So when you hear the word astrology, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For most of us, right, it's that little horoscope column in a magazine. But what if that's just scratching the surface? What if there's a whole universe more to it? You know, in a world that can feel pretty chaotic, people are looking for tools of self-discovery. And for a lot of them, this is it. And this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Is astrology just that generic, one-size-fits-all prediction for all the Leos or Virgos out there? It's a totally fair question, and honestly, it's where most of our skepticism usually starts. And hey, if you're skeptical, you are in really good company. Take Pablo Flores, a civil engineer, a man who lives and breathes numbers and data. He always thought astrology was just a bit of fun, until he had his personal chart read. And it described his life, his personality, even his childhood with shocking accuracy. It completely blew his mind and changed how he saw everything. Okay, so let's dive into this. The very first thing you gotta understand is that modern, serious astrology has almost nothing to do with those little sun sign columns. Judging all of astrology on that is kind of like judging all of music based on hearing one nursery rhyme. It just doesn't work. So let's be super clear about this. Its real purpose isn't about gazing into a crystal ball. It is not about predicting you'll meet a tall, dark stranger on Tuesday. Think of it less as fortune-telling and way more as a tool for self-awareness, like a guide to understanding your own inner wiring and all your potential. So if it's not the horoscope, then what is it? Well, it all starts with one foundational tool, the natal chart. And this is where things get really personal. Okay, imagine this. Imagine taking a snapshot of the entire solar system from the exact spot on Earth where you were born, at the very minute you took your first breath. That snapshot, well, that's your natal chart. It's a celestial map that is entirely, 100%, uniquely yours. No one else has one just like it. And the reason it's so unique is because it needs these three hyper-specific pieces of information. Your birthday, yeah, but also your exact birth time. We're talking down to the minute. And the city where you were born. This precision is what creates a chart with just incredible layers of detail. So the crucial point here is that this isn't about stuffing you into one of 12 neat little boxes. The astrologer Andres Zaragoza calls it your cosmic DNA, and that's perfect. It's a complex individual code that describes the unique energies and potentials you were born with. So how does this whole cosmic DNA thing actually work? Well, it's a mix of a whole lot of factors. But for now, let's just focus on what astrologers call the big three. These are the absolute pillars of your entire chart. First up, your sun sign. This is the one you already know, right? The one from the horoscopes. It represents your core vitality, your fundamental identity, your ego. You can think of it as the hero of your own personal story. Next, you've got your moon sign. Now, this is your private inner self. It's all about your emotions, your instincts, and what you really need to feel safe and nurtured. It's like this subconscious current that guides all your reactions. And finally, we have the ascendant, which you might have also heard called your rising sign. This is kind of like the mask you present to the world, your social personality, the very first impression you make on people. It also points to a huge area of growth and learning for you throughout your life. Okay, now what's really cool about this slide is how it puts it all together. Saying I'm a Virgo, like you see on the left, well, that's just the headline. A much more complete view on the right is something like, okay, my sun is in Virgo, so I'm detail-oriented, but my moon is in Cancer, so I'm also deeply emotional, and my ascendant is in Sagittarius, so I probably come across as really adventurous. See the complexity? That's the real picture. So this brings us to the big one, the question that always comes up. If all of this is written in the stars from the moment we're born, are we just puppets on a string? Where does free will even come into play? There's this classic saying in astrology that just sums up the modern view perfectly. It says the stars suggest tendencies, they create certain energetic climates, they highlight different themes in your life, but they do not force your hand. You are always the one making the choices. Think of it this way. Your natal chart is a map of your own personal landscape. It shows you where the mountains are, where the rivers flow, where you might find some deep valleys. But here's the thing. The map is not the territory. You are the one walking through it, and you get to choose whether you're going to climb that mountain or just follow the river. Or here's another analogy that just brilliantly makes the point. Astrology is like a weather forecast, right? If the forecast says there's a high chance of thunderstorms, you can choose to bring an umbrella, maybe reschedule your picnic, or you could even decide you're gonna go dance in the rain. The weather is gonna happen, but how you respond, that's entirely up to you.
So when you put it all together, it's not some book of predictions, and it's definitely not a script for your life. The best way to think about it is as a tool.
Remember Pablo Flores, the engineer we met at the start? He calls the natal chart a user manual for yourself, and I think that's just perfect. It's a guide that can help you answer some of those really fundamental questions. Why do I keep repeating this pattern? Why does this situation trigger me so much? It helps make sense of your own inner workings. So let's just do a quick recap of the key takeaways. First, and this is the big one, astrology is so much more than the daily horoscope. Second, it's a personalized, detailed map, your cosmic DNA. Third, it doesn't dictate your fate, it reveals your patterns. And finally, it can be an absolutely incredible tool for self-awareness. Which really just leaves us with one final thought. Your natal chart is a deep, complex guide to the most interesting subject you will ever study, yourself. So the only real question is, where would you even begin?